This segment of the Alice Stewart Show is brought to you by Aero Plumbing. For all your household or business plumbing needs, call Aero Plumbing at 1-866-PLUMBER or schedule an appointment online at aeroplumbing.net.
Good morning and welcome back to the Alice Stewart Show. This is Laurie Lee sitting in for Alice Stewart, who will be back with you tomorrow morning. Have the illustrious Jessica Ray running I almost said keyboard. I know, the board. Thank you, Jessica, for your patience. And in studio, we have Rose Mimms, who is the executive director of the Arkansas Right to Life. Rose, welcome.
Good morning.
Rose, I've known you for many, many years, and I am always grateful for your work and the stance that you take with regard to the life issue, the work that you've done. Arkansas Right to Life had an epic legislative session last year, and I would assume that you would be thinking that you might have a better session this year.
We expect to. With the wonderful election results that we got, I mean, we couldn't have asked for any better, outcome than what we got. So we are prepared and ready to hit the ground running. First of all, with the webcam abortion ban that Julie Mayberry so excellently talked about a few minutes ago, just because that was part of our package in 2013 that didn't get done, and it's an important bill. It's a major bill. A lot of people don't understand the impact that this type of abortion in Arkansas could have.
I'm just stunned that there has to be legislation to prohibit the giving of abortions over the internet.
Well, the abortion industry has always wanted to streamline abortion. It's just another medical procedure. And that's their argument now. Well, why can't we do it by telemedicine? Every other kind of practice just about can be done through telemedicine. Why not abortion? Well, abortion is different. You're taking a human life. And also, it's not the usual telemedicine working together with a local doctor and a specialist in a big town university. No, this is literally dispensing these these drugs, chemicals that will kill the baby and then expel the dead baby. But the woman is left on her own. She never sees the doctor other than through the webcam video. And she's left on her own if she has to have a surgical abortion, which, it has a high rate of failure. So,
I just, when you say things like that, I just think, gosh, wonder when we'll be doing like heart surgery over the web at home and have our teenagers like holding the light. Hold still, I got this. And I don't mean to make light of it. There's some things that you just can't conceive any logical person would think would be okay.
Right. And a lot of people don't think this is okay. And that's why many states, 17 surrounding Arkansas, have banned this once, we realized it was happening in Iowa and Illinois. And what makes Arkansas so critical to pass this legislation is that Planned Parenthood of the Heartland, just a few years ago, took over the affiliates in Arkansas, Arkansas and Eastern Oklahoma. And so now this affiliate, this Planned Parenthood of the Heartland, who began the webcam abortion in Iowa and Illinois, it was their brainchild of their director, who was watching a program about telemedicine and saw this and thought, hey, this would be great. If we could do this, we could have one doctor in a central location, would never have to leave his office, wouldn't have to travel, wouldn't have to do this, do that, and he could do many of these abortions just sitting behind his desk.
Unreal.
And they're making a killing off of webcam abortion in Iowa. Planned Parenthood of the Heartland is.
I just can't even fathom that. So thank you. Thank you for your work that you do. Thank you for standing strong. I know you to be what I would call a line holder. And that means that you draw a real line in the sand and say this far and no further. And so my prayers are with you. I have two young daughters, and I am thankful that there are people with reasonable brains that are helping to pass legislation to protect young women who may be impressionable. So Rose Mimms with the Arkansas Right to Life. Tell us really quick, Rose, about the March for Life coming up.
Well, that's our biggest public event that we have each January to commemorate the anniversary of Roe versus Wade that was decided by the Supreme Court on January 22nd, 1973. So we're coming up on the 42nd anniversary. Many people say, why don't you do the march in the spring when it's not so cold? Well, the Supreme Court decided that date for us, and that it was January 22nd. So that's why we always gather in Little Rock. We have one of the biggest marches, state marches in the country to commemorate the anniversary of Roe versus Wade. And we do it to let our state and our nation know that we will never forget, and that this decision was a wrong one. We are killing the greatest natural resource that we have, our own children. And when we talk about taxes and all that other stuff, we are eliminating a whole workforce, of taxpayers, citizens.
It's unfathomable. And when you talk to people about it, who are staunchly pro-choice, they just are not. You just gotta pray for them.
Well, that term, I don't use that term because people who say they're pro-choice are really, for the most part, pro-abortion.
That's right.
They're not for true choice, because if they were, they would be pro-life. The adoption choice,
right,
the parenting choice,
right,
the life choice.
So January 18th at 2 p.m., you guys start at the state capitol. I've been there many times.
Well, we don't. We start, the march itself starts behind the capitol.
Right.
Then we march to the steps of the capitol, where we always have our program.
The rally after that.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping for good weather, although I'll be there when it.
We have the march regardless of weather
That's right.
conditions, so just use your best judgment if there's snow or ice or rain. We always, have people there, regardless of what the weather's doing.
Last year was the largest one ever, wasn't it?
It may have been. It's hard for me to know. They're all big. We always have thousands, hundreds of people come from around the state, and there are anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 people there, usually every March.
Yeah.
If there are more, it's hard to count. The Capitol Police sort of guesstimate it. And, it's hard to count that many people. I don't know.
Well,
lot.
Unless, as my grandmother used to say, if the Lord's willing and the creek doesn't rise, I will be there on January 18th at 2 p.m. To once again walk for life. We appreciate the work that you do, Rose, the work that the Right to Life organization, specifically in the state of Arkansas, does. And I would ask that the listeners out there, if you're a person of prayer, that you would keep Rose and her organization and the many legislators that will be carrying these crucial bills to help protect the most innocent of us all, the unborn. Keep them in your prayers and in your thoughts. I know that this does cross party lines, that there are Democrats in our state that are staunchly pro-life and even voted to overturn the governor's veto on the bills last session. So thank you for your time. Appreciate you coming in today. We're going to go into a break and come back with the last few minutes of the Alice Stewart Show. Thank you for listening today. This is Laurie Lee with Trace Strategies sitting in for Alice Stewart, and we will be back after this.
This segment of the Alice Stewart Show brought to you by Arrow Plumbing. For all of your household or business plumbing needs, call Arrow Plumbing at 1-866-PLUMBER, or you can schedule an appointment online at arrowplumbing.net.